Islands. They're everywhere. Beautiful, dangerous, special, and this one. But the horizon used to be a lot more cluttered. That is, until the sirens came along. Hey, you beautiful buccaneers, Falcore here. So with Season 4 we were introduced to a whole new set of islands to explore. However, these islands happen to be sunken down below the horizon, locked away in the darkness. Apart from all the 90s rave glow sticks, that is. But as we learn more about these new areas, we also discover that not all of them used to be tidally challenged. The Shrine of the Ancient Tears, as an example, used to be above the surface of the waves. And this central chamber used to be at sea level. This entire structure, and possibly some of the others, were in fact constructed by the Ancients, so that themselves and their allies, the merfolk, could commune with one another. When the Whispering Plague came around and began to turn the peaceful merfolk into the savage sirens, the Ancients and the merfolk began a war with the sirens. The sirens worshipped sea titans, the megalodons, the krakens, and anything else that roamed the seas in this time. So the first call of duty was to chain the Old Mother, the queen of the krakens. And just like a queen bee, the Old Mother was the only source of reproduction for the krakens. The merfolk, along with the help of the Ancients, chained the Old Mother, leaving her to starve to death. This angered both the krakens and the sirens, and the war spread even further. Any merfolk that were injured in these battles also became sirens. However, the Ancients were immune to this Whispering Plague. But the Ancients were not a warring civilization. Throughout their time within the Shroud, they had grown complacent, and with no adversaries, no war, and generally being at peace with nature, very little of them knew how to fight. And their most valiant of warriors was the one responsible for this Whispering Plague, turning himself into a merfolk using the magical gem so he could spend eternity with his love, the queen of the merfolk. However, there was one other warrior who was just as battle-hardened. Spending her life as a hunter, she knew how to handle a sword and how to take down an aggressive foe. And on the eve of battle with the sirens, they enlisted her, along with some trained men and women, to dive into the oceans and fight back the sirens, and force them into darkness for eternity. After gathering all the journals for this new set of shrines, Lorena offers you a voyage that she's been holding on to that reveals a big secret found within these shrines. It turns out that the warrior of the Ancients was successful in pushing back the siren threat. How she did this we do not know, but within the Shrine of Ancient Tears her body can be found, locked behind this door. Thankfully, the quest that Lorena sends you on gives you the means to open this vault, but the clues that lead to this were given to us by two people. Humphrey of the Gold Hoarders, who is somewhat more of a prestigious gold hoarder than the rest, and a person only known to us as the Scholar. We do not know who the Scholar is. Some think it may be Flameheart's junior, but that simply cannot be possible, as I shall prove in a moment. The quest sends you on a journey across many shrines to find the keys for this chest with 3 locks. During this quest you find these Gold Hoarder tokens, which we have all seen before, atop the skull of the Gold Hoarder himself. But what lies within this chest is far more interesting. This strange artifact is the key for this structure that also opens this vault to the final resting place of the fabled warrior. So this warrior fought back the sirens, but in doing so became a victim to a coral curse. And in her heroic nature, she locked herself away within this tomb, as to not spread it to others. The journal left here, written by this mysterious scholar, explains that he too found this final resting place, and also fell victim to this coral curse. He explains that in the darkness he could see the light through his skin as the curse slowly took effect, which means whoever this scholar is, he is, or was, a human. This strange key, however, or rather the lock in which it goes in, is not the only structure we have seen like this. Other structures like this exist in the Sea of Thieves, such as this one below the waves at Cinder Islet, which is next to a gate that seemingly leads to nowhere. The question is this gate a portal, or what used to be an entrance long ago to a structure that no longer exists? This same structure exists at N13, another structure that points to a gate that leads to nowhere. So what were these gates used for? And what use could they possibly serve now?